We have a vision here at Edgewood to be a distinctly Dominican college of choice, a place where students are transformed within a highly engaged, integrated learning community. From the Dominican studium of study, reflection, action, to our college core values of community, truth, justice, partnership, and compassion, Edgewood is a place that educates students for meaningful lives of ethical leadership, service, and a lifelong search for truth.
Not many institutions make an intentional effort to introduce students who come to their college to what the college is all about and its heritage, its way of thinking about education and the world.
When St. Dominic first encountered the poverty and the destitution and the ignorance in the south of France, he was moved with such compassion and he said, something has to be done. So Dominic's first realization was, before we can go and help people, we need to understand the world that they're living in.
The Edgewood College General Education Program is designed to provide students with academic experiences in 4 focus areas.
We looked at the mission statement and we saw it as just a perfect springboard for the things that we knew that we were going to be doing. And we realized that there were really 4 basic things that we did. And that is that, first of all, we gave students skills, things that they can use in their occupations or just in their life in general. So we called those the cornerstones. But then we thought, well, there's this question of how it is that we relate to one another in community, especially in a globalized world with a multicultural nation like our own. And so we thought, well, really that's a matter of, again, of perspective, where you are as a person from your community and individual perspective. So why don't we call that perspectives on the world? And then finally, this idea of ways of knowing, which is there are so many different kinds of knowledge that we have of the world about different kinds of things. And so a scientist looks at things really differently, for example, than a philosopher, perhaps. And so we thought that was another kind of thing that students should be able to do, is understand those different channels of information, so we called them ways of knowing. One of the most important elements of this was to unify those other components around a kind of a central way of viewing the college mission, which is through what we call the Edgewood COR. COR is C-O-R-E, it's the center of everything, but it's also COR, C-O-R, which is part of our Latin motto here at Edgewood, cor et cor loquitur, which means heart speaks to heart.
What we want the core to be is the heart of an Edgewood education. If this is the heart of the education, what is it that students come to us often seeking? And often when you peel back the layers, students are often trying to get a sense of who they are, to better understand the world around them.
COR is a unique program spanning students' entire time at Edgewood College. It is designed to provide an integrated learning experience where students can examine and apply their own values, beliefs, and identities to their learning about the world around them.
And so COR not only helps the student in terms of self-exploration, in terms of understanding the mission and vision of the college, but also in terms of integrating. It unifies what the student is doing, and it centers on the person.
COR is a 3-tiered program that begins in your freshman year with your choice of a COR 1 seminar. As a sophomore or junior, you will choose a COR 2 pathway. Finally, as a senior, you will participate in a COR 3 seminar or a capstone project.
I got involved with the Bridging Borders class here at Edgewood when we studied immigration between the United States and Mexico.
We went out and we did a series of interviews with Latinos in Madison. Along with those interviews, we also produced a film. For the students, I think that was the most meaningful part. What they learned and what stuck with them, I think, was the personal one-to-one interviews and the discussions they had with people. And then we showed the film. For the students, that was a proud moment. They got to show their film in Anderson Auditorium. And we showed the film again when we went to Mexico to a group of Mexican students at the University of Veracruz, and then have a conversation with those people in Mexico, many of whom had experienced immigration directly.
Being able to talk to the actual people down there, people that have come to the United States and gone back, and it was just an amazing experience to be able to do that, because it's something I've always been passionate about, but I've never really had an opportunity to do.
A liberal arts education at Edgewood College is all about our mission and prepares you to make a real difference in the world by connecting, learning, beliefs, and actions.
Our hope for all of our students is not that we necessarily ever answer those definitively, but that we are constantly engaged in the process of exploring those questions, forming provisional responses, both through reflection, through learning, through experience.
Our promise as an institution to students that they will have something when they come out of here that I think any thinking person, feeling person wants to have, and that is by reaching out to the community, then you yourself are transformed. The idea is change lives, including your own.